Hello everyone, this is Siddharth, and in this video we will be solving another question from the list that I have shared in the starting of this playlist. So if you don't know, we are making a playlist on my YouTube channel where I will be solving all those questions which are related to each other so that we can able to build patterns instead of memorizing the question. So this will help us to solve other question as well which are related to these concepts intuitively instead of memorization. So, and I will highly suggest that you can watch my previous video because after solving that question, you can generate intuition for this question in 2 or 3 minutes of regular thinking. So let's start solving this question as well. So this question is quite similar as the previous question, where we have to store all the unique element in the starting of this array in the same array. But here we have to include two elements. Like if there are two repeating elements, sorry, three, then we have to include two. If there is only one, then we have to include one. So here there are three unique elements, that is 1, 2, and 3. So in the previous question, we have just store one element at a time, all the unique elements, but here we have to include the duplicates as well up to 2. So this is what we have to do. Now let's understand how we will be solving this. Suppose that this is the array, that is 1, 1, 1, then 2, comma 2, then 3, comma 3. So what we can do, obviously we will be doing the same in the previous question as well. That is, we will be making a left pointer and then a right pointer. Right will be pointing to this one. Now we will check and move a right pointer until we will encounter the different element. So that will going to be 2. So now what we will do, now we will check that the right minus left and 2, what is the minimum of these two. If that is 1, then obviously we have to include this 1 for one time. If there is greater than that, then we will be taking 2 as the minimum, so that we can able to store only two elements. So this is the approach that we will be using to solve this question as well. So let's start to solve this question as well. So first we have to make two pointers, that is int left will be pointing to 0 and then right will be pointing to 1. Now after that we have to take care of the index that will be pointing to 0. Now we have to use a while loop. So obviously this right should be less than the value of n, and n will going to be the length of this nums array. So nums dot length. Now, while this right value is less than n, what we additionally have to do, we have to check if the nums, if the element which is present at the left index, if it is equals to the value of the element which is present at the right index. If this is the case, then what we can do, we can increment the length of the window. So right plus plus. And in the else part, now we have to check additionally from the previous question, that is the count of the duplicate elements. So for that, we can count the length, and length will going to be the right minus left. So int count will going to be, or directly we can do this. So first let's make this variable. So count will be math dot minimum of 2 comma right minus left. So this will take if the length is 1, then this will take 1 as the count, otherwise it will take 2. Now we can use an for loop to update our original array up to this count time. So for int I will be starting from 0, and this I should be less than the count value, and then I plus plus, and then nums of index, and now we have to increment this index as well so that we can keep track of the original indexing in the nums array. So nums of index, we can store the value of which is present at the left index. Now this is what we have to do, and now we have to increment. After this, we have to make our left pointer to the value of right, so that we can process the next group. That is, first left is pointing to 0, then right is pointing to 1. So up to here they are equal. So right will be pointing to this and left will be pointing to this. Now they are not equal. So now what we have to do, after processing this 1 and 1 in the original array, that is 1 comma 1, now we have to move this left pointer to the place of left is pointing to here. We are not moving left pointer as they are equal. Right will be here. So after this, we have to process the next group. That's why we have to move a left pointer to here and right pointer to the next element. So for that, we can make left equals to right and right plus plus. So this will do the job. Now in the last, we additionally have to take care of the last element. For that, we have to again initialize and count variable that will going to be math dot minimum of 2 comma right minus left. So it will calculate again the count variable, and it will do, if it is less than, count value is less than, sorry, this right minus left is less than 2, then it will be taking that, otherwise it will be taking 2 if it is greater than that. So now what we can do, we can use another for loop, and int I is equals to 0, and then I should be less than this count variable and I plus plus. Now what we can do, we can store the index value, so index plus plus, and we will be storing what is present at the value of nums of left plus plus. And here also we have to move our okay, so this will go not, we don't have to move left as we have to store the duplicate elements, so that's why we don't have to move this. Now in the end, we have to return the count of the unique elements, including 2 duplicates elements. So for that, we can return this index value that we have maintained from the start. So I think this will done the job. Here it is left is equals to right, and then now we can try to submit this and check. Okay, so there is a network issue. Let me show. Now we can try to run this. Now we can submit it as well. Okay, so we have successfully solved this question. See you in the next video. Bye.